So you have here, prove that sine A plus cos A whole square plus sine A minus cos A whole square is equal to 2. So we start from the left hand side. LHS is equal to sine A plus cos A whole square plus sine A minus cos A whole square. Now this is A plus B whole square form. So expand by A square plus A plus B whole square formula, which is A square plus twice AB. A here is sine A, B here is cos A plus B square. B is cos A. So you have expanded sine A plus cos A whole square. Okay. Next we are going to expand sine A minus cos A by A minus B whole square formula. So plus A square minus 2AB plus B square. Okay. So this is now sine A whole square is sine square A, and 2 sine A cos A this is plus cos square A. Cos A whole square is cos square A. So this part I have already written here, right? Plus next is sine A whole square, which is sine square A, minus 2 sine A cos A plus cos square A. So now if you see, this and this cancels here. Plus 2 sine A cos A and minus 2 sine A cos A. So what are you left with? You are left with cos square A plus sine square A. So take them together. Cos square A plus, in fact, you are left with 2 cos square A's. Okay. So you have cos square A here and you have cos square A here. So you get 2 cos square A. And you have sine square A here. These two, take them together, you get 2 sine square. Now take 2 common, you get cos square A plus sine square A. From square relations, you know cos square A plus sine square A is equal to 1, which is equal to 2 into 1, which is equal to 2, which is equal to right hand side. That's it. And that is the proof. Is it clear? So this was simple enough. Any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We move on to the next problem then. Number 16. Okay, number 16 has a figure. Let's draw the figure first. The figure is given to you, and then we can read what the problem states. The symbol is called phi. Okay. Okay, so this is the figure that is given to you. This 90° also given. Okay, this is the figure that is given to you. This symbol here, just know that this symbol is called phi. Phi, phi. The Greek alphabet. Okay, now we read the problem. Using the measurements given in the figure alongside, find the values of sine phi and tan theta. So this angle given here is theta. You need to find out the value of sine phi and tan theta. So phi is this angle. We'll consider this right angle, BCD. But in BCD, this is the hypotenuse, BD, And because this angle is given phi, this must be the perpendicular and this must be the base. But do we know the length of the perpendicular CD? We don't know. So let's find out by Pythagoras theorem. So in the right angle triangle, BCD, BD square, hypotenuse square, is equal to CD square, perpendicular square, plus base square. Put the values. BD is 13, so this becomes 13 square. CD we have to find out, and BC is 12 given. That means 169 is equal to CD square plus 144. 169 minus 144 is equal to CD square. That means 25 is equal to CD square. And CD square is equal to 25. That means CD is square root of 25, which is equal to 5 units. Because no measurements are given here, centimeter, meter, nothing is given. So let's write 5 units. So we've got the length of CD. This is 5. Okay. So we want to find out sine phi first, right? So sine phi is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now in this triangle, if you see, perpendicular is CD and hypotenuse is BD. So put the value. CD here we have found out above to be 5, and hypotenuse length is already given to you as 13. So this is sine phi. Okay. Next we will proceed to find out tan theta. Now in order to find out tan theta, the angle that you see here, this is theta, but there is no right angle triangle here, right? The triangle ABD is not a right angle triangle. So what you do is you drop a perpendicular from here. Okay. So now, and if I call this point E, that means AED is now a right angle triangle. Now what you see, we say draw DE perpendicular to AB. Okay. So now let's
Excuse
find out
me,
the length.
sir.
Tell me.
So what
Yes.
you're writing is very to me that is
I
not
can't
see
I
the
can't
screen
hear you properly. Your
properly.
voice is cracking. Can you repeat your question? Repeat your question. I can't hear you clearly.
What you're writing in the screen, sir, what you're writing in the screen is not appearing to me at that time only. It's appearing late.
Okay. That is because maybe your connection is a little slow. So I'll try
Sir,
to.
mine
Can I?
also.
Okay. Then I'll try to speak a little with a little delay. Okay. So approximately, what is the delay between the speech and the writing?
Okay.
How many seconds? Approximately how many seconds?
So, so very much only.
5, 6 seconds. Okay. Okay. So fine. I'll try to be a little slow here. So draw DE perpendicular to AB. So I've done this. So what are the lengths
Yes,
here?
sir.
DC, if you see, or CD. So CD and EB lengths are the same. This is 5 units. This is also 5 units. This entire length is given to be 14. So that means this length is 14 minus 5. So we write AE Now is it okay? This speed is okay? Yes, to all of you, is the speed okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have got now the lengths. What lengths have we got? We have got length AE. We have got the length EB and AED. This is a right angle triangle. So that means now in order to find out tan theta, we want to consider this right angle triangle here. Okay. So we write what is tan theta equal to? Let me do here so that the figure is there in the screen. Number 2. Now we know tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. Now perpendicular here in this right angle triangle, if you see, opposite to the angle theta is the perpendicular, which is ED. Base is AE. And what is ED equal to? You see this dotted line ED is equal to this length, right? BC. So the ED is equal to 12. And AE we found out to be 9 units. So the second part is tan theta is equal to 4 by 3. Okay. Any question till this part? We move
No,
on to
sir.
the second part then. Question is write an expression for AD in terms of theta. AD. Okay, which one is AD here? This length is AD. We want to write AD in terms of this theta. Okay, so how do we write? What is AD in this triangle? AD, what is AD? Can you tell me what is AD in this triangle? AD.
Sir, hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. And AD and theta. So in which of the ratios, sine, cosine, tan, which of the ratios has hypotenuse in it? Which ratio has hypotenuse in it? Sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse, right? So sine has hypotenuse, isn't it? Does
Yes, sir.
cos have hypotenuse? Yes, cos also has hypotenuse. That means if you want to write AD in terms of theta, you can either use a cos or you can also use a sine. Okay. So how do you write this? See, we have for the part B, we have sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now, what is the perpendicular here? Perpendicular here is ED, right? So write ED. Hypotenuse is AD. What is the length of ED here? 13 by AD. So you have to write AD in terms of sine theta. That means AD sine theta must be equal to 13. You want to write AD in terms of theta? So AD is 13 divided by sine theta, right? So where AD is in terms of theta, right? This is one way of writing. If you don't want to use sine, you can use cosine also. You can use cos also. Either you can do it this way, or what you can do is you can start with cos. Cos theta is based by hypotenuse. Okay. Now here, which one is the base? If you see the figure here, which one is the base? AE. Hypotenuse AD. What is the length of AE? AE is 9 units. 9 divided by AD. So that means cross multiply.
Sir, I can't hear your voice.
Where ED is in terms of theta.
Sir,
Yes, you can come again in the meeting. No problem.
okay, sir.
AD in terms of, so either AD you can write in this way. AD is equal to 13 by sine theta. Or you can write AD is equal to 9 by cos theta. So either this way or this way. Both are correct. Is this problem clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We come to the last question now. From this 17. Now for this we shall use this identity a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. You know this, right? From your expansion. Now see here, if a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, what can you write if you take 2ab on the other side? What do you get? This is what you get. That means a square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. If you can remember this identity, it will be good for you in future. Okay. And if you can't remember, then you can derive it from here the way I have written all these 3 steps. Okay. There is another one which we will not be using here, but you can remember.
Excuse me, sir.
This also you can remember. Okay. This one and this one. Both you can remember, but for this problem, we shall be using this one. Yes, tell me who was saying what?
No, sir, your voice is not coming. That is why.
Okay. So we shall be using the first one. So let's use this. Let's keep it on the screen so that we know this. So we shall not be using this, but it'll help you if you remember both. So what is given here? Given here, sine theta plus cosec theta is equal to 2. And what do you know about sine and cosec? You know that the product of sine and cosec is 1. That is sine into sine theta into cosec theta is always equal to 1, right? So we want to, the question here is find the value of sine square theta plus cosec square theta. Okay, so sine square theta plus cosec square theta is nothing but a square sine theta plus b square form, isn't it? If you see above, a square plus b square, it is equal to a plus b whole square. Here a is sine theta, b is cosec theta. So a plus b whole square minus twice ab. Fine. So now what is the value of sine theta plus cosec theta given? It is given to be 2. So put the value 2 square minus, and the product of this is how much? These are reciprocal relations. So this is 2 into 1. Or you can do it this way also. You can write cosec as 1 by sine, as I have done here. So this is your answer. Any question here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then as I was saying, you must memorize this. I will not start this part because I have not kept this as a part of the first term syllabus, but I'll just repeat this once again. How to memorize this? You will take time to memorize this. Okay. Memorize these relations so that later we can discuss this. First relation here, remember, is that these are called complementary angles. Complementary angle relations.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, in the first term syllabus, you told that trigonometry ratio will be there, sir. The next part will be also there.
No. I'm just discussing so that you can start memorizing these. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because if you memorize later on, when discussing, you will remember this. And I'm only telling you how to memorize these. Okay. So that you are ready to memorize. Complementary angle relations, these are called. Okay. In this, what happens? You can change sine to cos or cos to sine. You can change sec to cosec or cosec to sec. And you can change tan to cot or cot to tan. Okay, just remember this. So how do you change sine to cos? Sine 90 minus theta will be equal to cos theta, or cos 90 minus theta will be equal to sine theta. You see that sine here changes to cos. Cos here changes to sine. So for example, if I have sine 30, I want to change this sine to cos. How will I change? I will write cos first, and this angle that you see, I will subtract from 90. Is this clear? Which is equal to cos 60. Now tell me if it is clear.
Sir, can you just repeat once again?
Yes, sir.
Let us take another example. Suppose I want to convert cos 30. I want to convert this cos to a sine. You see this angle here? What is the angle? 30 degree. In order to convert cos to a sine, you have to subtract this angle 30 from 90. So now that becomes sine 60. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Suppose
Yes,
I
sir.
want to change sec 30. I want to change sec to a cosec. How will I change? Cosec. I will simply subtract this angle here from 90. Suppose I want to change cosec to a sec. How will I change? Sec, and this angle here I will subtract from 90. Now is it clear? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Tan, let us say tan 20 degree. Tan I want to convert to cot. How do I convert cot tan to cot? I write cot, and what I do is I subtract this angle here from 90 degree. Okay. Suppose I have cot 55 degree. I want to convert cot to a tan. How do I convert cot to a tan? I subtract 55 from 90 degree.
So
I get-
these all formulas we have to learn.
Yes, yes. You have to remember these. You have to remember these. Okay. And these are the examples that I am giving you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now let us come to the table. How to learn up the tables? I told you very briefly that day. Okay. So let's see how do you learn up the tables? See, first of all, sine 0 and cos 90 are the same. Okay. Why? Because sine 0 is equal to cos 90 minus 0, isn't it? Which is equal to cos 90 degree. Yes, I just mentioned this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So also cos 0 and sine 90 are the same, which is equal to 1. So cos 0 is equal to sine 90 degree minus 0, which is equal to sine 90, which is equal to 1. This is equal to 0. Okay. You can remember these two in this manner. Next one. Look at sine 30. Sine 30 and cos 60 are same. Why? Sine 30 is equal to cos 90 minus 30 degree, isn't it? Which is equal to cos 60, which is equal to half. Remember this. Sine 30 and cos 60 both are equal to half. So these two are equal. Next, these two must be equal by the same logic. That is, cos 30 is the same as sine 90 degree minus 30 degree, which is equal to sine 60, which is equal to root 3 by 2. Remember this. Okay. Now, what about sine 45 and cos 45? Remember, these two are equal always, because say sine 45 degree is equal to, if you want to change this to cos 90 degree minus 45 degree, which is equal to cos 45. So that is why sine 45 and cos 45 are equal, and both are equal to how much? 1 by root 2. Okay. So this is how you remember the ratios. And what about tan? Tan, you can also remember tan 0 is equal to 0. Very easy to remember. Tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. Remember this. Tan 60 is equal to root 3. Okay, how do you remember tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3? See, tan 30 degree is the ratio of sine 30 and cos 30, isn't it? Quotient relation. Sine 30 is half. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. You get 1 by root 3. Okay. This is how we are getting tan 30. Similarly, you can show tan 60 also. Root 3 by 2 by half. This cancels. So you simply get root 3. Okay, so remember tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3, tan 60 is equal to root 3. Now, sometimes what happens while memorizing, you get confused between tan 30 and between 1 by root 3 and 1 by root between 1 by root 3 and root 3. So how do you remember this? What you can do is, you see 30 is a lower angle, so you get a lower value. 1 by root 3 is lesser than root 3, isn't it? 60 is the greater value, so that is why you get a greater value. Fine, it will be easy to remember.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me,
Sir, can you please explain once again?
which one?
So actually, due to network problems, I couldn't see or hear anything properly. So can you just explain it from beginning?
From the beginning, sine 0.
Yes, sir.
You go through the recording, then let me know tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And you can remember that tan 45 is 1, because you know tan 45 is sine 45 by cos 45. And what are both equal to? 1 by root 2, and this is also equal to 1 by root 2. So all this cancels. So you get 1. Okay, tan 45 is 1 and tan 90 is infinity, you can remember. Okay, so this is how you remember the tables. Okay, but values you will have to remember. Even though you remember sine 30 and cos 60 are same, but you must remember what they are equal to. Both are equal to half. Even though you know that sine 60 and cos 30 are same, are both equal, still you must remember what are they equal to. Both are equal to root 3 by 2. Okay, so just go through this recording a little, how to remember, and then you can come back to me tomorrow.